I met a dog, and I don't think he was feeling very well because I said, "How you doing, boy?" And he said, "Rough," which I thought was really coincidental because today I want to talk about how to do a rough cut or a rough edit of our empty bowls script. So we have this, I'm going to go to my smart tool here. We have our audio imported,
Some of them are your neighbors. This
and we have 4 different readers all reading the same script. Here's our script. So celebrate Spread Goodness Day by having lunch. That's our first sentence. 2.7 million rural households. Second sentence. Third sentence. Fourth sentence. Fifth sentence. So, and we're aiming for a TRT, a total runtime of 30 seconds. But just the way this was recorded, it's going to come out to about 34 seconds. If you get around 33 to 34, you're doing great. All right, so every one of these speakers is going to say those 5 sentences, except I think I cut off a few of the takes that didn't work out very well. And what you want to do is listen through and find the take that you like where the person is saying the best sentence. And what I just decided to do, I thought it would be nice for the listeners, but give us the best takes if we just do a sentence from each person. And we have 4 listeners, we have 4 speakers, 5 sentences, and so one person would end up doing like 2 sentences. And so I listened through, and what I found was I liked. I wrote down some times. This is sort of like the baking show where they say, "Here's how it begins," and then they go over to the oven next door and pull out the finished product. Not quite there, but for the first sentence, I could type in right here and say 36. Now you don't have to do the same sentences that I do. These were the ones that I found. So
Celebrate Spread Goodness Day by having lunch at the Empty Bowls fundraiser this Friday at Marquette Alternative High School.
so I figured that's something I could work with. I could edit that to smooth it out a little bit, but it's good. So I'm highlighting that, and then what I'm going to do is just do Command X for cut, and then I'm going to click up here in my narration track and Command V for paste. I'll paste that and put that at the beginning. Now, if I want to just listen to that by itself, if I hit play right now, spacebar,
2.7 million
Celebrate
rural households in
Spread
America
Goodness
face
Day by
hunger.
having lunch.
it's like a class where everybody's talking while the teacher's trying to talk. It just doesn't work. Take a hint. CPU overload occurred. If this happens, we will increase the hardware buffer size. So it's saying it was trying to do too much at once, and my computer didn't like that. You get those once in a while, and if they don't happen too often, you just hit OK and you're good to go. So if I just want to solo that first track, I hit the S up here, and then,
Celebrate Spread Goodness Day by having lunch.
okay, I got that one. The next one I liked was this first sentence from the first speaker. So I highlight that, I hit Command X to cut it, and I click up in the narration track and I hit Command V. And I'm saying Command. For a Windows, it's Control. I have a Mac, it's Command V. Command X or Control X to cut, Command V, Control V to paste. Let's listen to that.
2.7 million rural households in America face hunger.
Okay, for the next one, now that you've seen this part, I'm going to skip ahead to show you something else, and then I'm going to let you off your leash so you can run around and do a few on your own. I'm right here.
At Empty Bowls,
I'm going, okay, that's the sentence I like. I can set a marker. If I go up here where it says markers in this top row and I hit a plus sign, I can say sentence 4. And now there's a marker there. So if you go through and listen through and find all the ones that you like, you can place markers in them, and then that helps you find them later on. You can go to this window. Well, let me do the last one. Sentence 5 that I liked was at 22 seconds. So let's go 0, 22.
JJ packs.
I'm going to take the solo off the narration so that I'm only soloing the second track.
So head to Marquette Alternative High School on Friday.
Yeah, right there. Now, it's kind of hard to get right in between these waveforms. what I should be doing is zooming in and zooming out. So I can click the zoomer tool. Yo, zoomer, catch up with the times. Boomer, zoomer, you know. Pretty funny. I heard these fifth graders calling each other boomer, and the one was getting really angry. He's like, "Stop calling me boomer." And the adult in the situation was like, "You're in fifth grade. If they call you a boomer, it can't apply. Do you even know what that means?" Stop calling me boomer. Anyway, so I clicked on the magnifying glass. I clicked on this clip, and it magnified. And if I hold down, for my computer, it's Option. I hold down Option, it turns to a minus sign, and I can zoom back out again. Other ways of doing it is if I hold down, let's see, on the Mac it's Command square bracket left and square bracket right. And on Windows it'd probably be Control square bracket left and right to zoom in out with your keys like that. However you want to zoom in, find a way that makes it easy to zoom in and out, because you should do that a lot in order to be precise with your edits.
So head to Marquette Alternative High.
All right, so I liked that one right there, and I can place a marker there as well. And I'll say sentence 5. Okay, and I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to use the square brackets. That's just faster for me. All right, so that's how I went through. I went through this overall clip, and I found the sections I like and put markers, and then I was able to go back and say, all right, let me go back to marker 1. And if you want to see your whole list, you can go to Window, go to Memory Locations, and there is the list of them right there. So I could actually double click on sentence 4. Actually, I don't even need to double click. I can just click on them and it takes me there. So I'm going to zoom in, get my sentence 4, Control X, Command X, paste it up here. That's Control V, Control X. I'm sorry, Control V or Command V. And then if I go to memory location 5, or for sentence 5, it's right there. Highlight that, and Command or Control X, and Control or Command V to paste it out. So that actually, the first time I did that, took a good half hour at least of listening through things, evaluating each sentence by each speaker to find the one that I wanted to work with. You do the same. Take some time, listen to that. And then what I'll do is I will use the grabber tool to just bring these guys a little closer to one another. And see whether I like the way they all sound. I'm going to solo the narration track, take off the solo off of the other track. So now I'm just hearing this. I'll go to my transport window, hit back, go back to the beginning, and I hit spacebar to play. Spacebar to play.
Celebrate Spread Goodness Day by having lunch.
So I may need to increase buffer. So let's go to Setup, Playback Engine. Now if this was a regular version of Pro Tools, we would be able to show a list over along the left-hand side here, a list of all the audio clips that you have and every little subsection of audio clip that you've made. I was going to try to find that, but I don't see that in Pro Tools first. Maybe I'm just not finding it. You can take a look around and let me know. Anyway, so with that, I don't need the rest of this stuff. I don't need you guys. So I'm going to highlight that, hit delete. My computer's wigging out, man. Hit delete. Click on that, hit delete. Or if I wanted to be faster about it, I'll go to the zoom tool. I'll zoom out by holding down my option key, and I will just select all of these guys, except for the very last one, and hit delete. I'm saving this last one just in case I decide later I want to get something else, I could pull it back and bring it all back. But you know what? I don't even need to do that because I could just take one of these little guys right up here. Go to the, copy that. That's Command C or Control C. Going back to the Smart tool. Click down below, and then do you remember what the shortcut key for paste is? V for victory. I wonder how V became the shortcut for paste. It's in every application, whether you're Word, Microsoft Word, or Microsoft PowerPoint, or anything. So I'm going to do Control or Command V. And there, see, I could bring that back. And I could bring back the whole dialogue if I wanted to. It's like each little fragment is a seed out of which the entire tree could grow back again. So I'm going to delete that, and I don't really need this track anymore, so I'm going to click on that, and I'll go to track. Let's see if there is a delete. Yeah, delete that track. Okay. Oh, here is my edited narration track that I was going to have. I didn't use that, so I'm going to control right click on that, right click and delete, or if you're on a Mac it would be control click, delete. And then, all right, so let's call it good for here. We'll add some more tracks, including music and a master fader next. Boy, that was rough. See, that wasn't so rough. In fact, it might be something to howl about. Don't leave me in the bark.